This is GWEN Talks, where intimate conversations reveal, heal, inspire, and entertain. And now, here's your host, Tess Cacciatore.
Hi, welcome to GWEN Talks. This is Tess Cacciatore, and I'm doing a new summer series. Last year we did more panels and discussions with a group of people. But this year I got inspired by this young woman from Ohio who I met through her auntie, Christy Kingan. And I was so inspired when I met her, and she has a lot to say and a lot of passion to share. So I thought that this summer I would do more one-on-one intimate conversations for the GWEN Talks pop-up summer series. So here's our first episode of the year, of the summer. And I'm glad that things are all starting to wake up and shake up and we get back out there. But I'm really thankful for the Zoom technology and the fact that we can meet virtually across country and bring our hearts and minds together. One of the things that's really important to me, and I knew this from a very early age, when I was probably in first grade, we had a young, I believe he's probably a teenager, in the neighborhood. His name was Harry Sells, and he had cerebral palsy. And I loved him. Every time I saw him walking down the street, he would drag this beautiful red wagon, and he had a big radio in it, and he played this loud music, and he couldn't speak very well, but he communicated volumes through his love, through his eyes, and he just touched me so much. He affected me through the rest of my life. He really actually was one of the people that got me involved and concerned about other people and got me volunteering at a very early age for disabilities. But Harry used to have a weather report in his pocket, and he would pull it out and he would read it, and he knew exactly where the planes were going over the skies. He knew that it was going to Chicago or Minneapolis. I grew up in Iowa, so I come from the Midwest like Molly did. And it was a really important relationship. It formed so much for me. And so throughout the years, I've realized that there's a lot of discrimination when it comes to disabilities. But I'm really grateful to where we are in the world today, where people are actually learning and educating themselves about disabilities and knowing that there's so much abilities within disabilities, and that the workforce is opening up, and there's so many beautiful more opportunities for people with disabilities to be able to work, because I think that there has to be no barriers within this situation, because everyone needs an equal chance, and this is equality for all. So I'm really proud and honored and excited to introduce Molly McGeehan. Hello, hello, beautiful young
Hi.
Hi. So I want to just tell everyone that you were the inspiration, because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do for the summer. I knew I did the COVID kind of virtual, GWEN Talks last summer, but you inspired me because you have so much to share, and we're going to get into your story. But I loved the fact that you wanted to be interviewed. You wanted to have your voice heard. And so I started trying to think about the panel that we could bring together, which I could have brought on amazing people that would, have their own stories to share. But I think this summer I just want to do more one-on-one intimate conversations. So here we are in our one-on-one conversation with you, Molly McGeehan. So
yeah, I'm very excited to be here. So.
Yes, and you are coming in from Indiana.
Yes, I am.
So tell us, what's Indiana like this summer?
It's things are opened up more, so that's good. This summer I am volunteering a lot at my church. I answer phones for them. And in the fall, I work at an after-school care program. So that's like pretty much shut down right now because school's not in session. So I just volunteer at church during the summer just to get some volunteering hours in, like answering the phones, greeting people, so on and so forth. So.
Oh, what a beautiful, lucky church they have to have you to be a greeter. With your
it's really fun.
Spirit.
Yeah. you get to meet a lot of people.
Absolutely. So you have had a job also as well for the last 15 years. Tell us about that.
Yes. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I started in 2009 after high school. I really enjoy like working with the students, supervising activities, kind of like engaging with the students, helping them with homework, helping with snack time. Um, like I supervise like the restrooms and everything. I supervise the kids at recess, kind of. And what's cool about my job is like I have a radio that I can communicate with my coworkers, where I'm at and where I'm with certain students. So that makes me feel comfortable and safe, and I just really enjoy working with my coworkers. They've absolutely become family over the years. I've kept in touch with like coworkers that are no longer with our company that have gotten new jobs throughout the year. So that it's kind of cool to like still connect with them. So, and I just love our company in general. Like the support and like just everything is amazing. Like my boss is wonderful. Our whole company is just awesome. So
That's
yeah.
wonderful. So you say that you, I love that you're organizing activities. What are kind of the activities that you all are doing there?
We do crafts. We do like painting crafts and gym games. Like we do dodgeball games. We do like sharks and minnows. Kind of we play basketball. We do like floor hockey for the kids. We do like scooter races, and we do relays in the gym, and we do all kinds of stuff. During the holidays, we during Christmas time, and this year we couldn't do it because of COVID, but our company in our school, every Christmas we organize this night. It's called Carols and Cocoa, and it's basically a parents' night out, and the kids stay at school, and we take them caroling around the neighborhood, and then we take them back to the school, and they have cookies and cocoa, and it's just a fun night for the kids to enjoy before Christmas. So yeah.
I love carols and cocoa. I did. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So, what have you seen growing? You like arts and crafts are really important, and athletics are really important. What do you think the growth that you've seen with the kids that have been able to participate in these kinds of activities?
I just like to like watch them like grow, how they are at like sports, and like how they like learn, because some of these kids are in a lot of sports and they are very much involved outside of school. So it's very interesting to like watch them at school and what their like sports skills are and stuff, and it like where they're at in certain sports. So it's very cool to watch them grow in every single way.
Yeah, it's really important to be able to give those kind of, activities, because I've worked a lot with different groups of people, with homeless and domestic violence survivors and all kinds of different people, and to see them get involved in arts is really important. I just see a huge opening of healing when that's
exactly. Yeah.
So go ahead.
I'm very glad that we can provide a safe and fun environment for the kids where they can come after school, and we're there to help them with homework and do fun activities while their parents are at work.
That's wonderful. You're offering wonderful support to families out there. So Tell us your story. I want to know about you.
Okay, so when I was born premature at 29 weeks, and I basically had a stroke when I was born. My parents, when I was a baby, they realized that I wasn't meeting certain milestone criteria. Like I wasn't crawling at the appropriate time. I wasn't walking at the appropriate time, and I wasn't like I can't sit up by myself. So they knew something was wrong. So basically, when I was a baby, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and I had to go through like therapy, physical therapy, up until I was like 18, and I've had a lot of surgeries done at Riley Hospital when I was a kid. But like my disability doesn't stop me from doing anything. Like sometimes I get so like distracted on like what I'm doing for other people, and I don't focus on my disability. It like disappears when I am so involved with like other people. I kind of like forget that I have a disability, if that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah. And when I was 3 years old, I got my first wheelchair, and my parents, when I was in preschool, I was very, very shy. My dad actually had to videotape me talking at home because my teachers didn't believe I could talk, and because I was really quiet at school. But once I got home, I would like talk everybody's ear off and stuff. But yeah, and once I got into like kindergarten and through elementary school, my friends and everybody accepted me for who I am, and I developed so many wonderful friendships that I'm still friends with today. School, when I was growing up, school was very, very difficult for me, especially the math aspect of it. I had a really hard time with math, and I actually I graduated Carmel High School in 2008 with my certificate of completion, and then I went back to school to get my high school diploma, and I did some classes online, and so I got my high school diploma, and but now I'm just like working with kids, and I never was able to go to college or anything, but that's okay. I feel like college is not for everybody, and you don't really need college for everything. So there's a lot more things you can do out there without college, if that makes sense. And but like when I was in school throughout the years, I had amazing teacher support, and like everybody was so supportive, and they helped me. Like I had like assistants that or aides that would go to class with me, help me take notes, help me like if I had a test, they would write for me, and like if I had a paper, I would use this program. It's called Dragon Naturally Speaking, and it's a program where you train your voice on the computer and it types what you say. So that program really saved my life, regarding like writing papers and speeches and all that stuff. So yeah.
Well, you are so inspiring. I'm sorry, we have home shows here, so my
You're
might not
fine.
stage you. You are so inspiring and active. You are so busy. I love this. I notice on your Facebook you're always going on road trips and concerts, and you have so many friends, and you mentioned that. So tell me about a road trip that you have coming up, or one of your favorite ones from your past, or a favorite concert memory.
Well, I've been on a lot of road trips. I've been to like Colorado, and I've been to Arizona to visit my aunt, and I've been to Florida a couple times, and I've been to like Chicago, Michigan. So I love to travel. That's my favorite thing to do. So
I know. I noticed that you do like that and go to a lot of concerts. What's a favorite concert you've seen recently?
I haven't seen any concerts because of COVID right now, but I love Rascal Flatts.
Love them.
I love to go see them when they're in concert, and I love Kenny Chesney also. So
good taste in music.
Yeah.
So, I want to talk about where you want to go and how you inspired me of the empowerment conversations you want to have. But I have a couple of thoughts that I gathered from your Facebook page. We all know about the 5 love languages: the words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch, and receiving gifts. What would be your top 2 of your love language?
I love. My top 2 would be physical touch, and I love quality time.
Those are my 2. I love that. Yeah, that's really wonderful, because quality time and physical touch right now with COVID coming out of it, that's something that, being that those are my 2 favorite love languages, we got to miss out a lot on.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I would totally agree with that. Yeah. It's
yeah.
sad.
So I'm glad that we're getting back into the world where we can have quality time with people. Obviously, technology, has helped us be able to stay in contact. But, I just found out on the 4th of July, I was walking down the street, my next door neighbor, lovely young couple. I didn't even know they were sitting in the front yard with a little baby. And I'm going, where did she come from? Obviously, we know the answer to that, but she's 9 months old. I didn't even know my next door neighbor was pregnant, because we've all been sequestered in our homes. So just to find out my next door neighbor has a 9-month-old baby, it just blows my mind, because
That's amazing.
9 months of pregnancy, 9 months old. Oh my gosh. So one of the other things that I loved on your wall are 5 daily reminders. I agree with you. I think that positivity and affirmations are really important. So I'm going to tell you the 5 that you have on your wall, and I want you to add one more, just because you have such a brilliant mind. So your 5 daily reminders are: I'm amazing, I can do anything, positivity is a choice, I celebrate my individuality, and I'm prepared to succeed. I love each and every one of them. Is there anything that you want to add to that list?
Yeah, and like my other thing that I would like to add is like, don't be afraid to ask people with disabilities questions about their story. I mean, we're open to any questions people have. I think, Tess, I think people are so afraid nowadays that they're gonna offend us or something by asking us certain questions. And as for me, I'm an open book, so nobody can ever like offend me by saying anything really. I enjoy sharing my story with people.
Well, you must have taken a peek on my list of thoughts that I had in here, because one of them was, what is a common mistake that people make when trying to communicate with you that you would like to help educate people? And one of them you just said, don't be afraid to ask questions. So that's good. What other things that, because I see everybody as equal and no disabilities, but obviously there are people that have different disabilities. Some are invisible and some are more visible. So
Yeah.
what would be something that you would like to say that could educate all of us on what would be proper to say, or what questions are safe to say, and tell us a little bit more about who you are?
Well, for me, like, you can ask me pretty much anything, but I feel like for other people, I mean, I can't speak for other people, but like, the one thing that really bothers me as a person with a disability is when adults randomly stare at me at like this store or like church or like wherever I'm at, and it's just like, I wish they knew just to like come up to me and like talk to me. Like, I don't mind if like little kids stare because they're curious, but like, as far as adults, I'm here to educate them, and they're more than welcome to come up to me. Like, I am a really nice person. Like, I enjoy talking to people, so I don't understand why like adults are like so afraid to like come up and talk to me. I mean, not every single adult is that way, but like some people, like in stores or whatever, like kind of keep their distance, or yeah.
Which means that it's so important, your passion of getting out there and speaking your truth and your passions. Because I remember you told me this quite a while ago, so I'm so glad we're having this time today. And I just want to find out, what is it that motivates you, and what is it that you'd like to do? You wanted to be an empowerment coach. What does that look like? Because your voice is so important, and you would be able to open up a lot of minds and educate people. What would be something that you would like to do that we can maybe help you do?
Yeah, well, what really inspired me of doing like talks and speaking engagements and Zoom calls and all that stuff was when I was little. I was in like about first grade, and we have this program in elementary school called Everybody Counts, and I would go around to each grade level, and all the students would come out in the pods, and they would sit in the pod, and I would get up in front of the students and kind of share my story and tell them, like, answer any questions they might have. So that's what kind of really inspired me about doing like public speaking and stuff, and that's what really brought my love to like motivational speaking kind of thing. So that's where it all got started. So
what would be something that you would like? What's a topic that you would like to be able to talk about? Like, what's your vision? Do you want to have your own podcast show? Do you want to do like a TEDx or a TED Talk?
I would love to do like my vision would be like, I would love to do a TED Talk, and I would love to have my own podcast and kind of share my story and like tips on like disability awareness and all that kind of stuff.
That's fantastic. What would be a tip that you would give our audience today for disability awareness?
Don't like just because somebody has a disability, and it might not be like cerebral palsy, it could be something different. But I mean, that's what's cool about disabilities is everyone has their own story, and own message to share, no matter if you're like nonverbal or like you have a spinal cord injury or whatever. I think everyone has a special message, a special message in their own way. So.
And what would be your special message? What would you like to share?
My special message for you guys is just because you have a disability and live with a disability, never give up on yourself. Just keep on keep on doing what you're doing, and like just continue to share your story, because that is the most important thing you can do for people. I mean, you by sharing your story, you can touch people's lives in so many ways and teach them all kinds of things. And yeah, so
I love that.
yeah,
So let's just do a pretend session here, because I love working with people when they have a dream, and I'd love for you to have a podcast. Let's just play for a minute. If you had a podcast, what would your show name be? Have you thought about that?
I I thought of like a title, and I would call it Wheel Life.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
very clever. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see that happen, and I have several people that could be guests on your show.
Yeah, I would love to get one started. Yeah.
Okay, so let's figure out what we can do to that, to get it started.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience? You're so inspiring.
Nothing that I can really think about. I think we covered pretty much everything. I mean, I've attended some camps, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Everything's shut down because of COVID right now, but usually every summer I go to camp, and there are camps for people with physical disabilities, and I like it because I can keep in touch with people from all over the state and like make friends from all over the state and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I can't wait for you to be able to get back to summer camp. I know everyone is finally starting to open up. So hopefully in Indiana, they'll get that summer camp going for you. And I can't wait to talk to you further about Wheel Life. That is such a clever title. And as I said, I have several people that I'm sure will be clamoring to be a guest on your show. So let's talk about that offline and see what we can do to get that going.
Okay, yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, have a beautiful summer day. I know that you're so inspiring. Of course. What are your plans for the afternoon or for the week?
Just I work tomorrow again, so at my church, answering phones and whatnot, and so yeah, and then I might see some friends this weekend. So, and one of my good friends is getting married next weekend. So.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I wish them beautiful wedded bliss time and happy wedding, and watching all your activities. You're way out there. A lot of big social life, more than me, for sure.
And actually, thank you. And actually, my Aunt Christine's daughter, my cousin Morgan, she just got married. So we're actually doing a like family wedding reception for my cousin at my house this coming weekend. So.
Oh, wow. What great festivities. Well, tell your family I said hello and many blessings.
I will. I would definitely will.
Okay, and we'll be airing this soon. And those of you that want to check out GWEN.global, you can find out different shows that we're going to be doing this summer. I'm so glad to have Molly McGeehan with us today. And keep an eye out for Wheel Life. I want to see that happen.
Yeah,
Thank you, Molly.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And my kitties wanted to be, appear on the show, so you're helping them to be out there as well. Have a
Well,
beautiful
thank you
day.
so much, Tess, for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much. Much love.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Thank you for joining Gwen Talk Summer Pop-Up Series. We'll see you next time.
And now, a Mind Over Matter Minute.